Good morning, students. Today we will see about the nervous system. In the nervous system is basically made up of lot of neurons and its proteins cells. Mainly it is concerned about the collection of information. In this class we are going to learn about where the collection of information, where the sensory informations are there, how the sensory information reaching from the environment, how it is coming to the brain, and how it is being integrated and coordinated. What is called central nervous system, right or not? CNS, central nerve. 12 cranial nerves that you can study by yourself, olfactory, optic, ophthalmic. So that is called central nervous system. That is also main. So nervous system only, not only by the central nervous system, also peripheral nervous system is important. So in this class we will see about the cells of the nervous systems are made up of the neuronal cells, glial cells. We have the billions of the cells, neurons are present. The nerve cells are really the conducting cells, or the glial cells are nearly the supporting cells. It is non-conducting cells mainly, but it is really the supporting cells. The neurons also have already in the last class in my introduction we have seen neurons also having a cell body, a nucleus and cytoplasm also. So the neuron also have a dendrites and the axons. So the dendrites always they receive the information, right? Axons will be passing the informations. So these dendrites are receive the information from many other neurons also. So it is called the sensory part of the neuron and also the receptor components of the neuron. Neuron is to simultaneously receive from nearly more than 10,000 neurons it can receives, and axons take the informations away from the cell body. Okay, so one neuron may be connect with many dendrites also, it is possible. So according to this neuron, maybe multipolar neuron, as I told you, multipolar neuron, bipolar neuron and the unipolar neuron. Multipolar neuron especially you can see in the brain and the spinal cord. Bipolar will be the retina, inner ear and olfaction. And unipolar neuron or the peripheral nervous system, you can see about the unipolar nerve. So this is the central nervous system. Many functions are there for the central nervous system. So functions of central nervous system, it collects the information from the environment, all the body to the sensory organs, and it takes the sensory input out and taken out to integrate with this, and decides about what motor response. Then the sensory impulses is coming from here it is going, and what is the motor response has to be given, whether to remove the hand, if I am pinching you remove, or any fire or heat you remove. All the motor informations are coming from the central nervous system. So some of the information will be reached in the conscious level, some will be not in the reach in the unconscious level. Okay, that is what we want to see this one. The central nervous system mainly consists of central nervous system mainly consists of midbrain and the consists of brain. This is a brain and midbrain and the hindbrain. So nervous system made up of the nervous system, as I told, made up of the neuronal cells and the glial cells. Neuronal cells are conducting system and all the supporting cells. And also have the gray matter. Already I told you, gray matter of the brain have a nucleus because cell body, and axons are coming down. This is a cable system of our body taking the information about in the sensory area, and the motor area is present, and these multiple neurons are forming. It's called the track. So ascending track and descending track. This is a very common information about the nervous system of our body. So the nervous system is mainly classified by the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. So the peripheral nervous system again will be divided by the SPNS, MPNS. What is MPNS? What is MPNS? Motor peripheral nervous system, sensory peripheral nervous system. So the sensory peripheral nervous system again divided into special senses and the general senses. So special senses, we have a special sense organ, means we have tell like olfactory, optic, all these things, but the skin will not be here. You have to remember that only vision, olfactory, taste and the hearing will be there, or it's coming under the special senses system. And what is called general senses? General senses again divided into somatic and the visceral. Somatic is called the skin, subcutaneous, locomotor. Locomotor is mainly by the movements of the body, muscles and the joints. Proprioception. Proprioception means when you close your eyes, you know where is your nose, where is your body. It's called the proprioception. And the visceral senses, you cannot feel it outside, but there is a discomfort, dullness, ache,ness, pain inside the body. It's called the visceral senses. Okay. Then if you come, motor peripheral nervous system is again divided into voluntary and the involuntary. Voluntary is the somatic motor response, and involuntary is the autonomic motor response. So this involuntary autonomic nervous motor response again divided into sympathetic and the parasympathetic. Sympathetic means it is like increase in the heartbeat and respiration, acceleration, adrenaline or adrenaline will be secreting more, and flight or fight response. For example, suddenly you are seeing one lion or something, what will happen? Your heartbeat will increase, BP will increase, respiration will be accelerated, adrenaline or adrenaline, you will be running, the heart is ready for you to run it. So this is called the sympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic, during your rest time, you are totally only, the heart slows down, respiration slows down, pressure calm down, rest and relaxation and everything will happen. So now what will happen? For example, this, how it is happening? The peripheral nervous system, the peripheral area of our body. For example, I am skin, I am something pinching. What is happening? The pinching, immediately the response going to the sensory area of the brain, the CNS. Then the motor response coming out from that track, and it is, what is that? Either voluntary or involuntary. Remove the hand or something. So this is how you can classify. Understand? So anything pinching, or example, any senses also you can take it, olfactory or taste or hearing, somebody is hearing, calling your name. So the information will be going from the special senses to the brain, central nerve, from the track, as I told you, ascending track. Then the descending track, through that the information will be coming as a motor information. That motor response, either you turn or not turn, you turn for your this one. So you know various areas of the brain. So your conducting system, everything good, but the area of the brain is being affected. There is a blockage of sending the information. So even that cells will not send the information. Even you are calling, no, but you will not return back if the hearing area been getting affected. So basically you have to understand about what is nervous system. Nervous system is made up of the neurons, nerves, axons and dendrites, or and understand, and it has a cell body, cortex and all these things. And this main classification, if you see, central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system made up of cerebrum, hindbrain, all these brain is called the form the central nervous system. Okay, peripheral nervous system again will be divided into excuse me, again will be divided into special senses and will be the general senses. Special senses you will not write the skin, and other senses you will be right. And in the general senses is a somatic. Some people will have a psychosomatic diseases, right or not, in the psychiatry. In the skin they will have a sensation that something is, cockroach is crawling on their skin, or something, skin is very dirty they feel. Always they go and wash continuously. So something happened, it's called the psychosomatic disorder. You can see some problem in this one. Okay, so visceral senses, general senses, or visceral is a deeper portion of the body. You will be dealing discomfort in this one. Okay, and this is about the PNS, the special senses. This one, again, this one is the motor peripheral nervous system, sensory peripheral nervous, motor sensory peripheral nervous system over, and motor peripheral nervous system again will be divided into voluntary and will be the involuntary. Voluntary, if I give you something like chicken pigs or something to you eat, immediately you will be voluntarily you will be giving your hand, right? That is called the voluntary. Like a somatic motor response, immediately madam is giving, you have to get it back. Involuntary will be the autonomic motor response. This autonomic one will be divided into like sympathetic and the parasympathetic. Sympathetic, so sympathetic what and all will be happen, increase in the heartbeat, blood pressure, respiration, acceleration, all these things. In the parasympathetic, during the time of sleep it is happening. So this is the simple classification you will be remember. And another important question they will be asking you to is the 12 cranial nerves. You should able to classify. Every book it is written, so easily you have to remember some mnemonics. You can remember the 10 in that, either it is come as a 5 mark as a nervous system, or sometimes only they will ask about the 12 cranial nerves. In that time you just list down 12 cranial nerves, where it is come, what is the action, everything you can write in a detail about only the central nerve, the 12 cranial nerves. But commonly when they ask about the nervous system, you have to divide the nervous system into what are all this one. No, not only central nervous system. Though central nervous system is so important, without the peripheral nervous system there is no use of central nervous system. So this classification will be much helpful for you. In one glance you can remember, and you can write the functions of central nervous system and what is the functions of peripheral nervous system. Like small function you learn it with this diagram, it will be easy for you to remember. Okay, thank you.